अपहत स्वभाव चामितं धर्म सम्मूढचेता
पृच्छामि त्वं धर्मसमुद्धचेता
स्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
यश्रेयास्या निश्चितं
शस्त्यहं साधिमं त्वां प्रपन्नम्
यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम्।
Anyone of you can recite? Hare Krishna.
कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावा पृच्छामि त्वं धर्मसमुद्धचेतः यश्रेयास्या निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम्।
Else want to recite? Can recite. Hare Krishna.
कार्पण्यदोषो उपहत भावः रक्षामि त्वां धर्मं सम्मूढचेतः यत् श्रेष्ठात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्ते एं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्न हरे कृष्ण।
Word meaning translation purport by S. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. Just to recite word meaning, then translation purport. You can repeat. Karpanya of miserliness. The weakness. Upahata, being afflicted. Characteristics. Gachami. I am asking. You. Dharma. Bewildered. Cheta. Yat. What? Preha.
all good.
Yat.
Maybe.
Nishchitam.
Confidently.
Bruhi. Tell. Tat. That.
Unto me.
Shishyaha. Te.
Yours.
I am. Just instructor. Kam. To you. Prapannam.
Surrender.
Translation. Now I am confused about duty.
My duty.
and have lost all composure
and
and
have
have
lost
lost all composure
composure
of miserly weakness.
because
because
of
of miserly
miserly
weakness.
weakness.
Listen,
In this condition,
I am asking you,
I
I am
am
asking
asking
you,
you
tell me for certain
tell
to
me for
tell me for
certain
certain
what is best for me.
what
what
is
is
best
best
for
for me.
me.
Now I am your disciple,
Now I
Now
am
I
your
am your
disciple,
disciple
my soul surrender unto you.
and
and my
is
soul
so
surrendered
surrendered
unto
unto you.
you.
Please instruct me.
Please
Please instruct
instruct
me.
me.
Good. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step, there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life which happen without our desire. They are like a forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. Similarly, the world situation is such that perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusion. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in the disciplic succession. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not therefore remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse. Who is the man in material perplexities? It is he who does not understand the problems of life. In the Brahmaranyak Upanishad 3.8.10, the perplexed man is described as follows. Yovai tadakshram gargyaviditva sman lokan pretisakrapanaha. He is a miserly man who does not solve the problems of life as a human and who thus quiets this world like the cats and dogs without understanding the science of self-realization. This human form of life is the most valuable asset for the living entity who can utilize it for solving the problems of life. Therefore, one who does not utilize this opportunity properly is a miser. On the other hand, there is a Brahman or he who is intelligent enough to utilize this body to solve the problems of life. एतद् अक्षरं गार्ग्य विदित्वा स्मानलोकात् प्रेति स ब्रह्मणः. The Kripan or miserly person waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. in the material conception of life, and is often attached to a family life, namely to wife, children, and the other members on the basis of skin disease. The Kripan thinks that he is able to protect his family members from death, or the Kripan thinks that his family or the society can save him from the verge of death. Such family attachment can be found even in lower animals who take care of children also. Being intelligent, Arjuna could not understand that his affection for family members and his wish to protect them from death were the causes of his perplexities. Although he could understand that his duty to fight was awaiting him, still, on account of miserly weakness, he could not discharge the duties. He is therefore asking Lord Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, to make a definite solution. He offers himself to Krishna as a disciple. He wants to stop friendly talks. Talks between the master and the disciple are serious, and now Arjuna wants to talk very seriously before the recognized spiritual master. Krishna is therefore the original spiritual master of the science of Bhagavad, and Arjuna is the first disciple for understanding the Gita. How Arjuna understands Bhagavad is stated in Gita itself, and yet foolish mundane scholars explain that one need not submit to Krishna as a person, but to the unborn within Krishna. There is no difference between Krishna within and without, and one who has no sense of this understanding is the greatest fool in trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. Magyantamrandhasya Gyananjansalakya Chakshunritamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् देहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरत्नाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सागणललिता शिवशाखानुतांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी प्रसवांसते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च प्रदानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे भक्तवत्वाचालं करुणं लङ्घायते गिरिं कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यैश्वरम् Hare Krishna. So today's shloka, Lord Krishna is chosen by Arjuna as his spiritual master. So Lord Krishna is the recognized spiritual master, supreme spiritual master, Adi Guru. So now in previous shloka, Arjuna accept his situation that he is not actually able to understand what to do and what not to do. Now he is surrendering himself before Lord Krishna. Please accept me as your disciple and please guide me. What is good for me? What is Shreya? There are two things in our life. One is Shreya and one is Priya. So Shreya means which is really beneficial for us, and Priya which is, uh, which is really not beneficial, but sometimes we like it. We like that thing, but that is not actually beneficial for us. That is called Priya. And Shreya is the thing which is really beneficial for us. So now Arjuna wants to hear from Krishna that what is really beneficial for him, to fight or to not fight. He is trying by his intelligence in previous chapter and in this chapter in few words also, but he realized that by his intelligence or by his own effort, his material considerations, he cannot actually got any solution of this problem of life. So now only solution is to surrender unto Krishna. So he fortunate enough that he is directly associating with Krishna and now he is surrendering himself before Krishna. So Arjuna says that due to this miserly weakness or weakness of the heart, I lost my composure. Don't able to understand what is good and what is not good. Karpanya dosa abhat swabhava. My real nature is kidnapped by my enemies. When my mind, my real nature as a Kshatriya or as a real devotee of Lord, I cannot able to understand what is to be done in this situation of life. So now, Prachami Tam Dharma Sampurna Cheta, I am totally bewildered about the real duty. Dharma is used here. Dharma means real or eternal occupation of living entity. That is to serve Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. And whether we are in this material world or in somewhere else, we can never change this. That's that's why it's called Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma means the eternal religion. Or actually, the religion word is not able to fully describe this Sanskrit word dharma. The religion can be changed. Religion means faith. Faith can be changed. In childhood, we have faith on something else. Now we have different type of faith. Now our method of enjoyments are changed, but dharma is not like that. Dharma can never be changed. We can change our body, we can change our mind, but still dharma is the same. Dharma is the eternal nature of the living entity. So now Arjuna is saying that dharma sammood, I am totally ignorant about my real duty. So yat shreya shat nishritam ruhitanme. So please explain what is my real duty, what is really beneficial for me in this condition of life. Why? Because I am now accepting you as my spiritual master and I am your disciple. Sishyastham sadhimam tam prapannam. I am surrendered unto you. Now please guide me. Whatever you like, you can do. But please reveal me what is my true duty. So in this verse, Prabhupada is starting the purport with the situation of us or whole world. Everyone in this material world is full of anxiety, full of material problems. No one is exception of this. We have many various type of problems facing in our day-to-day life. In every minute, every second, we are frustrated. We have many type of problems. If we write it daily, then it will become a very large book of problems. Everyone has his own book of problems. Some flavor is changed, but everyone has various type of problems. So by saying that everyone is in material anxieties, material perplexities of life. So now what to do? Prabhupada is saying that why everyone is in problems? Because he is identifying himself with wrong conception. He is not actually able to understand. We are not actually able to understand what is the real duty of us, and we are engaged in activities which is really not good for us. That's why we are getting result accordingly. Sometimes we get good results, sometimes we get bad results, sometimes we get mixed result. Subha Asubha Mishrit. Three types of result everyone is getting. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes mixed result. So good according to our intelligence, bad according to our intelligence, our conceptions. So if we, like Arjuna, accept bona fide spiritual master, then he can guide us about our true duty. And if we follow that spiritual master, that bona fide instructions of spiritual master, then only we can remain peaceful or happy. Otherwise, we can do whatever we want. Still, we are in material anxiety only. No other solution is there. If we, with the help of our real guide or real spiritual master or bona fide spiritual master or Krishna or with the scriptures, we able to know what to do, what not to do, and we act on that theory, then only we will able to solve the problems of our life. Otherwise, we get always in the material anxiety or material perplexity. Prabhupada said that who has bona fide spiritual master, he know everything. Because bona fide spiritual master comes in proper disciplic succession, and by help of Krishna, he have all type of knowledge how to get out from this material entanglement. He know very well, and he can guide others also how to break this material uh, cage, material coverings, material attachments. So he know very well. He can guide others also. That science of self-realization. So Prabhupada is explaining that this human form of life is actually for this purpose only, that we understand our real duty, we act on that, and we make us we make ourselves free from this material entanglement. But who is miser is different from this. Because it's giving two type of persons, which is explained in Brahma Aranak Upanishad, that there are two type of problems. Prabhupada said that who is the man in the material perplexities who does not know the value of his life and who does not able to understand the problems of life, and that's why he is not try to solve the problems of life. He wastes his life in eating, sleeping, mating, defending, etc. like cats and dogs. But he is explaining that he wastes his life. He wastes his time and energy in useless things, which is really not beneficial for him. Neither it's beneficial in present nor in future. But still, the foolish person is engaged in this type of activities. That's why it's called miserly person. Prapanaha does not solve his problems of life completely and to try to engage in so-called engagements, so-called duty, and he wastes his life like cats and dogs without understanding the real purpose of life. And opposite to this is the Brahman. Brahman is not the person who takes birth in the Brahmanical family or in the family where some Brahman lives. But the person who really understands the real purpose of this life, this human form of life, and who understands the value of this life, that it's the great opportunity to understand our real problems and to solve them. If a person is not able to understand his problems and try to solve these with the help of bona fide spiritual master or scriptures, then he is not Brahman actually. He can be designated as Brahma Bandhu in the scriptures. If a person take birth in the Brahman family, where some real Brahman live, then if he is not able to understand the purpose of life, then he will called Brahma Bandhu. He is not designated as Brahman as per the proper standards. But in present sometime he may call Brahman, but actual Brahman is the person who solve all problems of his life in this life only. He not wait for future births. Sometime some person say that we understand that we will never die, so we'll take birth again and again. We'll do bhakti in next birth. What is the problem? But who is intelligent enough, he does not wait for next birth. Immediately understand that this is a great opportunity and I should not waste it in useless activities which I have done in many millions of births. Same activities I am repeating again and again. And in this birth also from many years I am engaged in this type of activities only. So now I should be little bit more sincere to understand that this type of activities cannot solve my problems of this life. If I am, if one is able to understand it, and he get instruction from the scriptures and bona fide spiritual masters, then he is called Brahman. Otherwise, he is Brahma Bandhu or something else. If he has qualities like Shudra, Kshatriya or Vaishya, he must be designated as that. He can write his name as Brahman or some other designation he can use, but really, according to rules of this nature, laws of nature, and according to Krishna, he is not get the result of activities of real Brahman, because he is not able to do actions like real Brahman. He will act like cats and dog only, like we have explained in miserly person, act like that. So the real Brahman understand the problems of life and he tried to solve them very seriously. Then Prabhupada explained that Arjuna was very intelligent. In previous verse, he understand that I cannot solve my own problems of life, so I should take help from some superiors. Intelligent person understands his own situation. That's why he is called Atmanirikshak, self-introspective. To understand what is his situation. And after understanding one situation, it take helps from others if he is not able to solve his problems. Egoistic persons are not ready to take help from others. But a real intelligent person, he understands his situation. If I will not take help, then the problem will increase more and more. So he is ready to take help because he know that the gravity of this problem, that if we will not solve these problems immediately, then the problems will increase. In material life also, if we got some disease and we not take treatment at proper time, the disease will increase. So, in the spiritual life also, already we have so much contamination in our heart, and if we not try to remove it, then the contamination will increase. Then to remove it will be more difficult in future. So intelligent person understand that I am in a very troublesome situation, so I should immediately do effort to remove these problems, how to solve these problems. So Arjuna was very intelligent, he was very expert, he has many qualities which is explained by Prabhupada in previous verse also. So he immediately understand that Krishna only can solve my problems, so he surrendered to Krishna. And now Prabhupada is saying that he wants to stop friendly talks. Sometimes in friends, they waste time in joking or gossip or other talking, talking about some persons uselessly. But the guru and disciple talks are not like that. Guru and disciples talk is very serious. So you want to talk with Krishna as his spiritual master, you want to solve his problems of life. You don't want to talk like a friend. That's why he said, Sishyasteham sadhanam tam prapanam. I am your disciple and now I am surrendered unto you. Please help me, please help me, please help me. So Prabhupada is in last section of the purport. Prabhupada is saying that Krishna is accepted by Arjuna in person. Krishna is the speaker of Bhagavad Gita and Arjuna is the first person who get this Bhagavad Gita from Krishna directly. So how Arjuna is accept Krishna as his friend, as a person. But sometimes some foolish mundane scholars, they explain that this Bhagavad Gita is spoken by some uh, impersonal entity. The impersonal Brahma entered in Krishna's body and he speaks Bhagavad Gita. This type of foolishness, some people try to modify this Bhagavad Gita like that. But this is really great foolishness only. Because in this Bhagavad Gita, Vyasa is clearly mentioning that Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Krishna Vacha, not writing that Krishna Vacha, because the readers of Bhagavad Gita will confuse. Krishna is a simple, ordinary human being. That's why he called him Sri Bhagavan. And Prabhupada explained this word Sri Bhagavan in the second sloka purport. We have discussed it in previous verse, previous day. So, the Supreme Lord Krishna is accepted by Arjuna as the Supreme Person, accepted by Bhagavata as Supreme Person, but sometime or many times there are many scholars who write purport on Bhagavata but who not accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why they are not able to get full benefit of Bhagavad Gita. Teaching of Bhagavad Gita is very potent or very strong. It has great strength to take the living entity out from all type of ignorance. But because they not accept Bhagavad Gita as it is, that's why they are not able to realize the true effect of Bhagavad Gita. That's why this Bhagavad Gita as it is a book that have changed millions and millions of people's life. And they change their habits, they become great devotees, they fully ready to follow the instruction of Krishna, given in Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures. So that's why Prabhupada give this name Bhagavad Gita as it is. So Arjuna surrendered to Krishna as a person. So we should also surrender to Krishna as a person, not to some impersonal Brahma. Impersonal Brahma is actually depend on Krishna. He is the Krishna's effulgence only. So we should surrender to Krishna, not to some impersonal being. So we should clearly understand that this Bhagavad Gita clearly is spoken by Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not an ordinary person. There is no difference in Krishna and his body. It is explained in 4th chapter. Janam karam chame divyam evam yogati tattva. Birth and activity of Krishna is not ordinary, they are transcendental. Transcendental means they are totally according to the will of Krishna. They are not according to the law of nature. Krishna is not under the material nature. He is actually the controller of the material nature, creator of the material nature and destroyer also. So Krishna is the supreme person. Everything is under his control. So we should accept Krishna as it is and try to surrender it him completely. Then we can also understand the real beneficial duties of our life. So Arjuna is asking to Krishna, and in future Krishna will explain these to Arjuna, and Arjuna will get full benefit of Bhagavad Gita. He will smash all doubts with the help of Krishna. The instruction is given in Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna is present till now in his instructions of Bhagavad Gita. And if we take help from these, then we can also really identify ourselves and our real duty, our real benefit of life. We can solve all the problems of life by taking help from these instructions. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So if you have any question or comments, you can ask by unmuting yourself. If a person is performing devotional service with the motive and greed of getting rid of material universe, so is he doing it right because he has still not developed law of Godhead, because Krishna said, my pure devotee did not have want to come and live in my abode. So performing bhakti with such selfish motive is right. This is the true motive. This is a good motive. It's not actually selfish motive. if we have this motive, then it's not mixed devotion. The purpose of Shuddha Bhakti or real devotional service is to get rid from all type of material anxieties, all type of material inclination, material desires. Then only we can serve Krishna. If we have some material inclinations, then we are not actually have the ability to serve Krishna. So there is no problem in this. Even if we have some material motives and we do bhakti, that's all right. Kama sarvakama moksha kamodara dityurena bhakti yogena yujita purusankar. Gradually, all type of material desires, all type of material things will be removed by the power of bhakti. So somehow or other, we should engage ourselves in devotional service of the Lord. Love of Krishna is after liberation. First, we should liberate ourselves from material dirt. Then only we can. Then only we can understand and love Krishna. If we have material attachment, then we can love only material things. There will be no love for Krishna. So first we should purify ourselves from this material dirt, then only Krishna will be loved by us. So first we should do anartha nivritti, then nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhav, and then love of Krishna will come. In bhakti, there are many steps. So these are few steps which should be covered before that. So there is no artificial process to love Krishna. Process of love Krishna is to follow instruction of Krishna only. So there is no harm in having such desires to liberate ourselves from this material world. But only thing is there is no need of any other process. We should engage ourselves in bhakti only, serving Krishna in whatever situation we have. Then gradually we will advance, and after anartha nivritti, nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhav, then prem will come. Till that time, if we are thinking that we are we are loving Krishna, it's actually artificial or some mental concoction only. If we have many anarthas, then we cannot love Krishna. We love something else. So this is only ignorant position of us. But theoretically, we can understand that our real duty is to love Krishna, and gradually we can develop that by the process of bhakti only. कैसे आए? So interest, whatever we do again and again and again, we develop taste for that. We develop habit, and then we gradually we started liking that. So if we gradually can chant again and again and again, then gradually this interest of ruchi will come. As I previously said, ruchi come after nishtha, nishtha come after anartha nivritti. When all the contaminations from our heart will be removed, then we will firmly fixed on in devotional service, then ruchi will come. So process of getting ruchi is to chant again and again, and to remove sleep we should we can stand, we can walk, we can wash our face if we are feeling sleepy. We should do some steps to remove that. Try again and again makes a man successful. It's natural that we feel sleepy, but it's not that we stop chanting and sleep. Try to chant. Try to complete your chanting at proper time. Take sufficient rest, then focus on chanting. Chant by opening your eyes. Don't close eyes fully. But right in one purport, that process is that we should not open fully our eyes, not close eyes fully. If we close our eyes in chanting, we got sleep. If we open our eyes, we can see here and there, this thing, that thing, this person, that person, and our concentration will not on chanting but on the things or persons. So these are some solutions you can apply in your chanting. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada ki jai. If some other question can ask, I will stop there. So Janmashtami is coming, only 3 days left, 27, 28, 29. So you should prepare yourself for chanting, more service, or have some plan which also. So Janmashtami, on Janmashtami, all the Indians automatically inclined toward Krishna. So if you request them to chant more or chant at least 1 round or 2 rounds, then they will accept it. So you should request your friends, relatives to engage them also in this service of Krishna. If you have center nearby, then request them to take part in program. So try to engage others also and engage yourself also. Think properly that how we increase our service. This is the special day. Krishna is very merciful on this day. Janmashtami is especially mentioned that we should observe fast on that. Janmashtami is special day. So, plan properly, prepare yourself, and try to serve more enthusiastically. Hare Krishna. Janmashtami